For many people, sports mean a lot. For University of Rhode Island basketball manager Jack Buchan, they're everything.
If you take away sports, I don't know what I would do with the rest of my life. To be honest, I want to stay in sports as long as possible. So, being a manager definitely helps that.
On a surface level, Jack is a worker for the men's basketball team. But his story with sports goes much deeper than that. Jack's first love in terms of sport was actually golf. He told me it was his best friend who introduced him to the sport originally. Luckily for Jack, there was a course just a quick walk through the woods from his backyard, and that's where his golf game really got rolling.
I could play there basically every night after 6 or 7 o'clock when no one's around, no one's there to kick me off the course. That's just kind of where it took off from there.
Jack's skills progressed quickly, and as a junior in high school, he was receiving Division III and Division II offers in golf. If Jack was going to play golf in college, though, he really wanted it to be Division I, and not getting those offers quickly became frustrating. Later that year, when Jack was at the peak of his playing career, the frustration built up, and he just couldn't take any more golf. That's when things took an unexpected turn, and Jack became heavily involved in track and field.
I stepped onto the track, started liking it more and more, started jumping, doing other events, started earning points for the team, so I saw a lot of progress there.
Jack was impressive on the track, and in his senior year, he received that Division I offer he'd been striving for. Then came a nagging quadricep injury, along with adversity in other forms.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. The World Health Organization has now confirmed what many epidemiologists have been saying for weeks. The coronavirus is a pandemic.
The pandemic canceled Jack's senior spring track season, but it sparked a different interest. Being at home all the time led to watching a lot of NBA bubble playoffs, and these games and all the media that went with them helped Jack rediscover his love for basketball. He committed to the University of Rhode Island, where he would become a manager for the team. Behind me here is the Ryan Center. It's where the URI men's basketball team plays their home games, and where Jack spends much of his time helping out in any way he can. So now Jack Buchan, after turning down offers to play multiple sports at a collegiate level, spends his time lending a helping hand to a competitive Division I basketball team. In our discussion, he stressed the fact that even through the multiple tough decisions he was forced to make, he has no regrets about where he's ended up. And all of this brings about a message. Jack wouldn't commit to spending time doing something unless his heart was fully in it, and that's a theme that transcends sports. Even while Jack's everything revolved around golf or track, he wouldn't let it define him. Instead, it built him as a person. Now, Jack takes all the knowledge he's gained from his many different sporting experiences and he applies them to his daily life, continuing to follow his passions and always taking the next step towards the next big goal. For Com 204, I'm Michael LaValva.